Marguerite's trying to lose 1 dress size in 6 weeks, just in time for her wedding anniversary. She loves chicken chow mein. I'm going to show her a healthy and delicious alternative that will fix her noodle craving for sure. Follow me, I'll show you how. I'm going to teach Marguerite how to make a very simple Vietnamese noodle salad, which is very popular on the streets of Vietnam as street food. Now, I have in my bowl a pound of pork loin, which has been thinly sliced. Now, the entire dish is going to be prepared in layers. So we're going to have a nice layer of crunchy vegetables, followed by a layer of cold noodles and the caramelized pork on top. So let's start by creating the marinade for the pork. So we're going to start off with half a red onion. I'm going to cut off both ends. Okay, so next is a lemongrass, and this is really popular in Southeast Asian cooking. It has a really floral aroma, and it has notes of lemon in it, hence lemongrass. And you have to get into the tender part, and that's the part that's usable. All right, so this part that you can see right here, it's nice and purple, that's the tender part. So I'm gonna give that a chop. All right, that goes into the bowl. And the next bit is a bit of seasoning. So to get a little bit of caramelization, we're gonna add about a tablespoon of sugar, not too much, and it goes a long way. We have about a pound of meat in here, so just a bit. Next, some pepper. This is coarsely, freshly ground pepper. And the infamous fish sauce. This is used a lot in Southeast Asian cooking, just like lemongrass, and it has a nice pungent flavor, but don't be turned off. It's made with anchovies, but it has a fantastic flavor that will make the pork go a long way in terms of its flavor. So we're gonna add about 4 tablespoons. All right, I really like fish sauce, as you can probably tell. And to go with all the flavors that we have in there, we have a little bit of salty, we have a little bit of sweet, we also need a little bit of sour, so some lime. I'm gonna use about half a lime. Okay, all we gotta do is give it a stir now. There we go. If you wanna follow me, I'm gonna put it right back in the fridge. The longer this sits in the fridge, the yummier it gets. All right, so the next element of the dish is rice noodles. Now these rice noodles are fresh rice noodles that I bought in the refrigerated section of my local Asian grocery store. If you don't have this, then it's very simple. All you have to do is go with a dried rice vermicelli and follow the directions on the pack to boil them. So I'm gonna take about a handful. I'm gonna drop it in. And the cooking is almost instantaneous. These noodles are already cooked, so it'll take no time at all for them to come up to temperature and get our desired texture. So I'm gonna give it a swirl. And that's all she wrote, folks. I'm gonna turn off the heat. We're gonna drain. And these noodles have to be cold, and we have to stop the cooking process or they'll get mushy. So I'm gonna throw in a little bit of cold water. Shock them so that they stop the cooking process. Now I'm gonna make the sauce that will bring this entire dish together. I can literally drink this stuff. It's so good. So it's called Nuoc Chum, and it's a play on all of our different senses. So spicy, salty, sweet, sour, it's got it all. So I'm gonna put about a tablespoon of sugar in the bowl. Just a little more, there we go. And I've got some hot water. And this hot water is going to help dissolve the sugar, so I'm going to put that in right now. It's about 4 tablespoons of hot water. And now some garlic. I love garlic. My trick is to squeeze the garlic, and that usually helps loosen the skin. I have my handy dandy rasp. I use this for so many things. Grating cheese, grating chocolate, and grating garlic. It makes grating garlic super, super easy. I love it. So, we're just gonna grate a little garlic right into the bowl. This beautiful creature is known as the Thai bird chili. Now don't let its appearance fool you. It packs a mighty punch. And by that, I mean, it can set your mouth on fire. If you're feeling less adventurous, feel free to take the seeds out because that's where the majority of the heat is. We're gonna give it a fine mince. And a squeeze of lime for some tartness. And next, our friend fish sauce again. It's gonna add the salty element and just as much fish sauce as water. So that's about 4 tablespoons. I'm gonna give it a bit of a whisk. Make sure that sugar dissolves. And there you have it, Nuoc Cham, Vietnamese dipping sauce. I could bathe in this. It's so good. Now this sauce can sit in the fridge for about a week, so you can use it all week long. You can use it on fish, you can use it on chicken, you can use it on anything. Now let's go check in on our meat. It's been a few minutes, been hanging out in the fridge, mixing and mingling with its flavors. So I have a pan that's been preheating here. It's about on medium-high. I'm gonna add a little bit of vegetable oil to the pan. So we got about a teaspoon of oil in there, and I'm using vegetable oil. And you can see that it's almost smoking, and we want that because it's gonna give it the nice, smoky, caramelized flavor that we're looking for. So I'm gonna drop it in. So we're gonna give this a quick saute. You see it's already getting great color. And I'm gonna let this hang out while we go work on the vegetables for our salad. Underneath the noodles and meat, I'm gonna have a crispy, crunchy vegetable salad. So we're gonna start off with some romaine. This is hearts of romaine. And I'm just gonna give it a bit of a chop. It's so simple. This meal comes together in literally seconds. Next, I have a bit of cucumber. And cucumber is really nice and refreshing, and I love it in this noodle salad. So what I like to do with cucumber is take out the seeds. These are seedless English cucumbers that I'm using today, but they have a bit of seed action going on in the middle, and I find that it waters down the salad, so I like to take it out. And next, I'm going to julienne them in almost the same shape as the noodles that we're using today. I'm gonna dump that in the bowl. Oh, look at that, it's already a feast for the eyes. A little bit of bean sprouts. We're gonna go in with our chilled noodles. Delicious. Let's go check in on our meat and see how it's doing. So we're almost there. You can see the caramelization at the bottom of the pan. That's from the onions, a bit of sugar that we put in there, and also from the meat. That's known as fond. So I want to get all that yummy caramelly goodness off the bottom of the pan. So I'm going to deglaze with a little bit of water. Woo, lots of steam, baby. Ooh, getting a facial. Oh, the meat is lovely and caramelized. I'm going to turn off the heat. Oh, the aromas filling the kitchen are ridiculous. My mouth is watering. I'm going to dump this in. Oh, look at that. Such great caramelization. You have the nice bits of fried onion. And this dish is not complete without a garnish. There are a lot of herbs that are used in Vietnamese cooking. Some coriander, Thai basil, chervil, and one of the most popular, mint. Mint lends a very refreshing flavor that I love. And instead of chopping the mint, what I like to do is tear it. That way you don't get a lot of bruising and the mint stays nice and fresh. Right over the top. Okay, there's definitely something missing in this bowl, and that's a little bit of orange. So I have some pickled daikon and carrots here. And I picked this up from my local Vietnamese grocery store, but it's so very simple to make. All you gotta do is put some finely sliced daikon and carrot in some vinegar, some water, a little bit of sugar and salt, and you're good to go. Just let it hang out in the fridge, and you will have fantastic pickled vegetables. Getting excited. Let's give this a taste. Oh, I almost forgot the sauce, of course. So a few spoonfuls of this delicious fish sauce and lime, a little bit of chili. Oh, it's gonna make all the difference. I can't wait to dig in. Marguerite, you're in for a treat.